Right. So let us move to the further discussion. So today is very less number of students attended. So weekend, so maybe weekend effect. Maybe we'll see they will join. Okay, dear students, let us start with the continuation part. Last class we had a discussion about concept called what? If else statement we continued, and then if else statement explanation I gave. If else statement explanation I had a discussion, and I explained also, and then flowchart also it was available. And at the same time I had a discussion about the nested if else statement diagram also I said. Nested if else statement diagram also I explained. So you see condition 1, condition 2, condition 3 like that. So I wrote here if, again I wrote else, again I wrote if else, again if else, again it is having what? If else, again else if. So we are having if else like that, we are just writing like this. So the length of the code is little more in this case. If you are comfortable, we can happily move like this. So if you observe this way 1 and way 2, any one of the way we can use it. Any one of the way we can use of it. Any one of the way we can use it. So in this context, what I would like to tell you now is, the another way to represent this inner if statements more easily, we have the approach called what? We have the approach called, one more syntax is available. What is that? Another approach is called if elif statement is available. If elif else statement I want to discuss in today's class. Shall we start now? Yes. So let us start with the if elif else statement we will enter. So that is our today's concept. Okay, this I will explain even in the same diagrammatic, in a colorful format I will explain. Okay, students, let us move to the if elif statements I will explain. If elif else statement I am going to explain. Okay, so let us see this discussion. If elif else statement I am going to describe here. So here I am going to discuss if elif kind of statement I am going to discuss. So try to understand more clearly, ma. Now I am going to describe if elif kind of statement. If elif kind of statement I am going to describe. So carefully listen and try to get understand quickly, because already we have a understanding process of what? If statement we understand, if else statement we understand, then now I am going to enter into the syntax. Just look at that syntax. Syntax part I am going to describe. So easy. Next I am going to enter into syntax. Just look at that one. I am going to write syntax. If I am going to start if. Yeah. Test condition. I am going to write test condition 1. Fine. So if the test condition 1 is true, do you know what is happening? It will execute a block of statements. Parallel to if. I hope you are getting the confidence on the indentation part. Okay, so we are going to write here block of statements we are writing. So we are maintaining four spaces we are maintaining. For your safety time, I am going to give you block of statements 1. See, my dear students, block of statements 1. Good. So block of statements 1 is written. If the condition 1 is false, how we used to write earlier, ma? If earlier how we used to write it, test condition 1, you just watch it once. Test condition 1. What we used to write it? What? We used to do the block of statements. If the condition 1 is called what? False. What we used to write it? Else. In the else part, we used to write what again? If statement, we used to write it. If test condition, we used to write it. Test condition 2, we used to write it. Test condition 2. So here I wrote else. Here I wrote else statement plus if statement also I wrote 2. So instead of writing plus else and if, I am just writing ELIF, I will write it. ELIF I will write it. Else and if. Two things I don't want to write it. Only one thing I want to write it. If I want to write it. I hope you are understanding. Rather than writing else and then if, rather than writing that two things, I want to write simply what? Come on, ma. Everybody try to catch me. If is a keyword again. If is a keyword again. What will happen? In this if statement, in this if part, what will happen? Again I will write it. Again I will write it here. Test condition 2. Test condition 2. Test condition 2. What is happening here? I will write. Come on, happily you tell me what is happening there. Another type of what? Block of statements 2 will come. Block of statements will come. My dear students, carefully try to follow me, ma. I will write if. I will take this part. Another type of block of statements 2 will come. So I will write it here. I will write it here. Here I am writing. Here I am writing. Here if block of statements 2. Block of statements 2. See, I will write block of statements 2. I will write it. Block of statements 2. I will write like this. If you write 1 minute, I will take block of statements 1. Roman number I will write it. Block of statements 1. Yes. Next I will write test condition 3. If test condition 1 is not satisfied, coming to test condition 2. If test condition 2 also not satisfying, it will come to test condition 3. Then expect it. What will happen? What will happen? It will come to what again? It will come to what? Block of statements. Block of statements 3. Block of statements 3. Then imagine. Next what will happen? Next imagine. Block of statements 3. Block of statements 3. Block of statements 3 will come. Block of statements 3 is written here. So 3 is written. Like this, I am going to write it. How many number of block of statements are there? Come on, expect ma, all of you quickly. How many block of statements? How many conditions are there? N number of block of statements are there. N number of block of statements are there. How many conditions we are handling here? How many number of conditions we are writing? N number of if statements I can write it. N number of if statements I can write it. I can go on writing N number of block of statements. I am writing there block of statements. So many number of block of statements I am writing. So many number of block of statements I am writing. Yes. So if again if is going to come. I will write test condition N. Test condition N I am writing. Test condition N. So somewhere else it is a D is missing, ma. Don't worry. That is a D. I am writing N. N number of conditions. Test condition N. So test condition N. What is happening? Execute what statements again? Block of statements will execute. Block of statements N. Block of statements N will execute. Block of statements N will execute. So I'm just taking that and I'm writing. If no block of statements are, if no test condition is matching, what will happen? Come on, can anybody can say? If no block of statements are happening, what will happen? It will give you what? Block of statements N. Block of statements N. If test condition N, block of statements will be. Come on, let me follow this execution now. Let us follow the execution, and it is parallel to this if statement. It will be continued. Parallel to this if statement, it is continued. Come on to the point back. All of you, start the flow. Test condition 1 is satisfied. Let us look at condition 1. Execute the block of statements 1. Obviously, this will become false. Okay. And then execute other statements in the program. I will come to that. Other statements in the program. Next, if condition 1 is false, what will happen? If it is false, where it is coming? It is coming to test condition 2. Suppose if it is true, execute block of statements 2. If it is false, what will happen? It will come to test condition 3. If it is true, execute block of statements 3. So, like that, each condition will be checked. If it is true, execute that corresponding block of statements. And here, how many conditions we are writing? N number of conditions we are writing. And finally, we are coming to what? If no test conditions are satisfying, it will come to what? Another part is there. What is this? Come on, ma. What is that part? Else. Else block of statements are going to come. Else block of statements. Now I am writing execute else block of statements. In the same indentation, you must maintain the same indentation. There I am going to write it. What is that? Else block of statements. What are that statements, ma? Else block of statements I am writing. Execute else block of statements. I am giving the name called what? Else block of statements. Else block of statements. Else block of statements. Good. Come on, have the conclusion here. This type of syntax comes under if else statement. What is the diagrammatic representation? Can anybody say the diagrammatic representation here? Yes, I am writing the diagrammatic representation. Try to follow me carefully. So what is my diagrammatic representation? Carefully try to follow. I will write the diagrammatic representation, explanation, everything here. What is the flow chart here? Yes, still I will take little compact and you can understand this part. Yes. So come on to the point quickly. I will take entry. This is called entry. What is this entry says? What is the first condition? This entire concept I am going to represent in a single diagram, my dear students. Entry. What is it? First condition, which is going to give you either true or false. Condition number one. First one is called what? Condition number 1. Test condition. This is test condition here. Okay. Test condition. If the test condition, that too condition 1. So 1 minute, ma. Test condition 1. I am writing here test condition 1. Of course, diagram is little compact, I think so. Let me take little bigger diagrammatic format. So let us watch it. I will take it. Test condition 1. Here I am writing. Follow me. Test condition 1. Here I will write it. Condition 1. If test condition 1 is true, what is happening, my dear students? If test condition 1 is true, here itself I will write it. Here test condition is true. What is happening, it is true. It will execute block of statements 1. True. Execute block of statements 1. Just for a minute, you wait, ma. I will take up this part. Execute block of statements 1. So this diagrammatic representation, execute, where it is going? Execute block of statements 1. Block of statements 1. Execute block of statements 1. Perfect. Okay. Next, if it is false, what will happen? Just for a minute, I will give you the compact diagram, because everything I want to give it in one place only. So that is better for you. Fine. If it is false, what is happening? If it is false, tell me. If it is false, what is happening? Come on, tell me. Another condition, that is nothing but what? If false, it is going to test condition 2. If it is true, what will happen? Same thing, same type of diagram I just want to carry. I just want to carry, dear students, let us go for taking this part here. Just observe it, ma. I will take it. Yeah, I will just, I'll just getting down, because these diagrams I'm writing because of you to understand more easily and more user friendly these diagrams are. That's why I'm just preferring to write this diagrammatic explanations. Yeah. If it is a 2, what will happen? Condition 2, what will happen here? Condition 2. Execute block of statements 2. Execute block of statements 2. So I say execute block of statements 2. I'll write number 2, or block of statements, Roman number I will write it, or normal number I will write it. Block of statements 2. I say 2. Okay? Right. Block of statements 2. If it is false, what will happen again? If it is false, same process will be repeated. Until how many conditions? Tell me, how many conditions, my dear students? N number of conditions. N number of conditions. N conditions I will carry. N conditions I will carry. So after this entire process is over, N number of conditions here, I say dash, dash, dash. I say N number of conditions. So here, if you just take it a little bit, here, dot, 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 here I will write mom, dot, 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 here I am writing, dot, dot, dot. So here I am just taking dot, 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 here, writing here. N number of conditions, I am writing here, test condition N, test condition N, nth condition. So N, and then this is called N. N is written. R. Let me remove that. Block of statements 1. I say this part is N. This is N. Block of statements N. Then after that, if it is false, which one is executing? Execute else block of statements. Execute else block of statements. If it is false, last part I am writing, I will write here, execute else block of statements. Yes, my dear students, I will say execute else block of statements. Else block of statements. Else block of statements. Else block of statements. Yes. So in this case, dear students, you observe one thing, whether you observed or not. Of course, one small diagram I will write it. All of you switch off your video, ma. Yeah. So a small line is required. A small line is required. I'll just take it. This diagram, I will just take it for a minute. I'll just take it for a minute. I'll just cut it. I'll just paste it. Yes, 1 minute. I need one small line of control. So in this case, after taking this entire thing, I require like this. What I'm saying here, after executing any one of the block of statements, finally where it is coming, execute other part of the statement, execute other statements in the program. Yes, very good. Everybody understand very nicely. That's really good sign. So I'm writing here other statements in the program. Here I'm writing execute other statements in the program. That I did not write it in the syntax. I will write it. Execute other statements. Execute other statements in program. In program. This is the one we are having. Okay, let us see. This part is mentioned here. This part is mentioned here. Written and written. And these parts are going to be coming to, after executing this block of statements, I'm straightforward coming to this place. I'm straightforward coming to this place. I'm straightforward coming to this place. Okay, now here I will write it. I will write it. This part is developed here. And these are coming to this line, coming to this line. These are coming to where other part of the program is executing. Anyone, by seeing this diagram itself, you can easily capture what is the concept of this. What is the concept of this you are understanding. Yes, students, is it a self-explanatory diagram? Is it a self-explanatory diagram, students? Can you understand easily? Yes, right. Really nice. Yes, ma. Thank you. Right. So here also, I will mention it here. I'll mention it here. Other else. This is called other statements in the program. I'll write other statements in the program. Dash, dash, dash. I'll write here other statements in the program. Here I'm writing other statements in program. Other statements in program. This is a explanation description of our program. So yes, ma, Subrat. Thank you, ma. Right. If you want explanation for this, what is happening? You want explanation, I will just write it in this place. I will try to write it in this place. So explanation, I just want to write it. So let us watch this explanation. From here, I will write it. How this execution taken place. Of course, I gave in the diagrammatic format, but if anybody asks you what is the execution process, so tell me what are the keywords here. Tell me quickly. Try to tell me easily. Tell me here. What are the keywords, please? Here, if is one keyword. Next is called what? If is one keyword. Next is called what? Else. Else are the keywords. Else are the keywords. Are the keywords. These are the keywords. If, else, elif are the keywords. Perfect. First, what is happening here? What is happening first here? Here, first, what is evaluated? Test condition 1. If the test condition 1 is true, then execute block of statements 1. Block of statements 1. And execute what? Other statements in the program. Other statements in program. This is in the case of the true. Execute later, execute other statements in the program. Other statements in the program. Happy. Next, what is happening? Yeah, I will take in the same thing, I will take this part. See what I am taking. Next part I am writing. If the test condition is false, test condition 1 is false. What is happening, you see? If the test condition 1 is false, what will happen? If the test condition 1 is false, then if the test condition 2 is true, then what will happen? If the test condition is true, what will happen? Then execute block of statements 2. And later execute other statements in the program. Then later execute other statements. See, if the test condition 1 is false, then if the test condition 2 is true, then execute block of statements 2 and later execute other statements in the program. Like that, all the test conditions are evaluated. In general, next time writing, in general, so on. This process will be continued. Until all test conditions are evaluated. This process will be continued until all the test conditions are evaluated. If all the test conditions are false, all the test conditions are what? False. What will happen? False. Then, come on, tell me. Then execute. Then PVM execute. What will happen? Execute. Else block of statements. And later execute other statements in the program. Other statements in program. This is a complete explanation and a complete picture is given here. Syntax explanation flow chart. This is called a flow chart for if-else statement. Flow chart for if, elif, and then else. This is the flow chart for all these things. Statement I said. Flow chart for this kind of thing. Flow chart for this kind of thing. Flow chart for all this kind of thing is explained. I hope that it is more clear for you related to my explanation. Yes, ma'am. Right. So, is my diagram is clear? Shall we go for the program now? Yes. So, diagram is clear, program is clear. Yes. Now it is a time to go for the further discussion. Fine? Right. So, let us move to the further discussion in the class. Happy? Write down. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will accept any digit, Carefully follow, my dear students. Which will accept any digit, and decide the name of the digit. Any digit you accept it and print the name of the digit. So let's move to the programmatically. How you can do it. How many conditions are there, ma'am? How many conditions are there, please? How many digits you have? First you tell me. How many digits you have? You have 0 to 9. 0 to 9 digits are there. How many digits are required? Come on, to tell me how many digits are required? How many digits are available? N number of digits are required. And 0 to 9 digits are required. So, n number of digits are required. So, those digits are, how many conditions are there? How many conditions are there? How many conditions? 10 conditions are required virtually. So, let us start with the digit. So, see, program for accepting a digit from keyboard, yes, from keyboard, and decide its a name. So I'm giving the file name as what? Digit.py. It is called a digit.py is my program name. Yes. Come on to the point. D is equal to input of enter any digit. Because this program will give you much clarity related to our explanation. Enter any digit. See ma carefully and try to take care about the starting quotes and ending quotes properly. Yes. Now you go for D. What is this D here? What is this D? If D is equal to, if D double equal to 0, what will happen? If D double equal to 0, what is happening? Come on, everybody need to say. First starting the digits from where 0 to 9. That D can be 0, D can be 1, D can be 2, so on up to 9. How many decisions are there? N decisions are there. I can write with a simple if statement. I can write with if else statement. I can write with if elif statement also. Come on, tell me. Print off. What is this? It's 0. It is 0. it is a 0. I can say it is a 0. I can say 0. Yes, it is 0. Come on, next is what? If it is 0. So, it is, what is that now? It is double equal to 0. Now, what is happening in this case? What is happening in this case? L if I need to write it. L if I need to write it. L if. So how do you write this L if statement here? How do you write this if L if statements here? So we have to go for L if statement. So how do you get it that? How do you get this type of things? We need to go for getting this now. So come to the point of it. I'm going to say D double equal to 1. D double equal to 1. Print of, what is it? It is 1. It is 1. Yes, 1. L if I say D is equal to 2. D is equal to 2. Right? So print of it is, I can say it is 2. It is 2. Now I will take if I will take D double equal to 3. D double equal to 3. Print of it is 3. It is 3. You can happily say L if, I can write L if it is 3. I can say this is 3. Okay, let me write in capital letter. You can see carefully. You can watch it also. Let me take care. It is 4. Now I'll say 4. 4. It is 4. I am writing 4. 4. Next I am writing L if it is D is equal to 5. I am writing 5. So that it is 5. I say 5. I say 5. Next I am writing D is equal to, next is called 6. Now I am writing 6. So 6 I am writing 6. So it is 6. It is 6 I am writing. Happy. Next is called what? I will take the same logic. Here I am writing 7. I am writing 7. It is 7. It is 7. It is 7. Next I am writing 8. Not necessary to write in the same order, my dear students. Any order. Suppose 9 I am writing. No problem. I can write 9. See how many conditions are there? How many conditions are there? I can write else if. Else if also I can write. But it is too much lengthy. Too much lengthy. So I can write 8. I can write 8. So it is called what? 8. So it is called 8. Now I will write else. Else I am writing else. Else means what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Else means what? Other than this if you write it. Other than this if you write it. What I can say? Come on, ma. What I can say? It's same. It is a number. It is a number. Are you following? It is a number. It is a number. Am I correct? It is a number. I am writing that it is a number. Yes, ma. Right. Print statement. Others, you want to execute other statement? Yes, I am writing program finished. Program completed. Program completed. Yes, this is called program execution of this type of logic. So easy or difficult? Is it easy? See how we handled it. Multiple enter any digit. Multiple digits are done. So any kind of thing. The main thing is how to use L if more frequently. That is the main intention of this code, ma. Other than that, nothing is there. Okay. So digit. So coming to the point of it, now I am writing. So go to the conditional statement here. Now I am writing, save it. Now out of that, execute. Now go to the location of it. Go to the command prompt and then say print z:_kvr python 6 p.m. Now cd. Now I am going to take conditional statements. Yes. py our conditional digit dot py. Enter any digit. Right? So coming to the point of it, 5. So it is going to be it's 5. Program completed. Now say it is now say something like 9. It's 9. Say something like 8. Say something like 2. Say something like 0, it's 0. Say something like 23, 234, it's a number. That means 234 is not matching with any one of the conditions. All the conditions are false. It is coming to else part. And you may write else part or you may not write else part. It is not necessary, but we need to write it. Program completed. So depends on our problem, we have to write the code. It may be bigger or smaller is not a case, Master Universe. It is not a bigger or smaller is not a case. Depends on our problem statement. The program can be lengthy, no problem. We must be ready for solving the problem like anything. Okay, na? Right. So any problem is given related to the problem, we need to write the logic. Okay. So can you write the same program using if-else statement? Can you try for using if-else statement? Patma, can you rewrite? You have already written the question, na? You write by yourself. You write by yourself. Open it, write down. Rewrite the above program. There itself you write it. Already you have written the question, na? This is using elif. Or you write there only. Solve this problem, mention there. Try to take it as an assignment and do by yourself. Do by yourself. There you write it. Solve this problem by using if-else statement. If-else statement. Solve this problem by using if-else statement. Yes. Solve this statement by using if-else statement. Right. My dear students. Next, I want to go for one more kind of discussion I want to take up. One more discussion I just want to take up. Okay. Further discussion, I just want to go for it. So, one more you write it. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will accept any numerical positive number, you can write any numerical number, and decide whether it is even or odd. Yes. By using if-elif statement. Yes, Jafar, correct. So you do by yourself. That logic you take care. Next, I want to go for, because to give multiple assignments and all those things in the class, I need to give you looping statements and then conditional statements. All of them, if we complete perfectly, we can understand very well. So I want to go for one looping statement also I want to cover. Come on, ma. Now I am going to enter into, okay, dear students, you are doing well. So n percentage operator you need to use. Money Karthik, not slash operator, ma. My dear student, you need to use remainder operator, modulus operator. Money Karthik, not slash operator. You have to use percent operator. Percent operator is known as what? Modulus operator. Yes, Money Karthik, correct. Now it is correct. So let's move to the back once. So there we have what? There we have some control such as introduction to flow control. If you observe it, there are three things are there. The purpose of flow control statements, I already said in the class. There are three things are there. We have three types of flow control statements. They are, one is called conditional or branching or selection statements. Second one is called looping or iterative or repetitive statements. So conditional statements, we discussed it. Conditional statements we are discussed it, right? Yes, ma. Amitabh, I used to teach ma that also because Django also I used to teach. I used to take like anything, but only thing is the all slots are busy now. When one slot is free, we will start it. We will intimate ma. I will intimate. Okay. Still time is there for you. Okay, ma. Amitabh, we will definitely. Yes, ma. Suresh. Yeah, definitely we will consider that part. We'll take care of it. Okay. Conditional statement. One thing is left out, ma. That is called. Yes, ma. Pranit. Exactly. Yeah, we are planning for that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, ma. Definitely, I will intimate. Match case statement is there. Match case statement. You see, this I will, dear students, all of you, let you know, because we have to learn very deep of it. Remember, all the people learn the subject very deep. Nowadays, you have to learn the coding like anything, very deep subject. Up and downs, if we learn it, nowadays we will not get the job. And especially, I am telling to you as a real-time programmer, I am telling, learn my exercises, my concepts so perfectly. Learn immediately after the class, start practicing. It's my humble request for every student of mine, do very good practicing. How you have to practice? It is my advice for all of you. Of course, I did not advise this so far. Still, I want to advise it. Once you want to improve your coding, you just follow me. What is that is? That is, see, first, don't keep your book in front of you. Don't work like a DTP operator. Seeing the coding and then typing, no. First, you understand the coding, read that. Immediately after the class, you sit on the system, laptop, you work on it. Don't postpone tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I will do like that. No. If you want to come up in the software industry, after the class is over, sit on it and then practice. First, understand, close your book, start typing. You will come across your difficulties. If you get a difficulty, think about it. Still, if you are not getting, just to see only that line. Again you read. Again you read. So, like that, if you start doing that type of work, 1 or 2 days you feel difficulty, third day onwards, you see the how improvement you can get it. You can't believe that much what do you call intelligence you will gather it. It is damn sure. I am telling to you, we have applied on everybody. They succeeded. You also will be getting like that only. Okay. So definitely you will come up like anything once you follow my guidelines strictly. Okay. So let's start discussing about this match case is pending, ma, because I will explain in one special case. I will take in other batches combinedly. I will take with you on some Saturdays. I will explain this because 3.10 versions features I will explain separately by combining my existing batches. I will explain this type of new features which are available in 3.10. Even though our companies are using 3.7, still we are learning so advanced features in the class in every moment of it. Okay. So match case is still pending, which I will explain separately. And this is very easy. We understand three things, and a match case is going to be dead easy for you. Okay. Nothing to worry. Now I'm going to enter into. Yes, ma. Amitabh, I will take care of everything, ma. So we will compulsory taking care. Looping statements I want to enter. Now I'm entering into the looping statements. Yeah. So let us start with the looping statements here. Yes. So I'm going to enter into the looping statements here. What is this looping statements? How these looping statements are useful? What is the purpose of these looping statements? The name itself says, looping means what? Repeated. The word you see, repeated, iterative. Iterative means what? Repetition. For how many times? Lifelong? No. For finite number of times? Yes. For finite number of times. Up to what? Until condition is false. I will go on going to the BTech college until 4 years are over. I will go on going to degree college until 3 years are over. I will go on going to the intermediate college for 2 years. I will go on going to the MCA college for 3 years. That is a 3 years program. If it is a 2 years program, I will go for 2 years. So for finite number of times we are going on repeating. For example, you see, so far what we did, conditional statements are those which are performing the operation only once. Or once means what? If it is true, do X operation. If it is false, do Y operation. How many times? Only once. Don't do the same thing again and again there. Repetition is not there. But here, repetition is there. My dear students, you see, there is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to, these things I want to take care. I want to take these numbers. How many times I am repeating? 10 times. So where I will start with? Start from here. Start from here. Start from here, which is called wherever you are starting your operation, which is called initialization part. My dear student, carefully understand, initialization part. Up to where you are executing, up to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4 thing. So when you are starting, you decide from where you want to start. Starting from where, 1. Ending with what? 10. So you prepare the condition immediately. 1 less than 10. 1 less than or equal to 10. See, condition is prepared there only. Where you want to start? 1. Where you want to end? So start is less than or equal to ending. So you go on repeating. This is called what? Conditional part. Up to where you want to prepare, it is known as what? Conditional part. Conditional part this is. Conditional part is nothing but what? Conditional part is nothing but what? Given number is less than or equal to 10. This is called a number or digit, whatever you feel. Starting from where? 1. 1 less than or equal to 10? Yes, print it. Now see how it is incrementing. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, etc. This is called what? Updation part. This is called increment. Updation part. Updation part can be what? Either incrementation or what? Decrementation I am taking. Either incrementation or decrementation. Incrementation, this is called incrementation now. Decrementation is also there. Suppose I want to print from where? 10. See, my dear students, 8. I want to go for 6. I want to go for 4. I want to go for 2. I want to go for like this, 0. So where I am going to start with? Starting with the initialization part. This is called initialization part. What is the condition there? See, condition should be prepared very intelligently. 10 greater than or equal to 0. As long as you are reaching to 0, you go on coming. Condition is called what? A given number is greater than or equal to 0. And how much you are doing here? Updation. You are doing updation part. How much you are decrementing? Updation. How much you are decrementing? Decremented by 2. Decremented by 2. So this type of, yes, this you can do with range also. Even in the range also, looping concept is required. Atul, compulsory we require the looping statement. Whether you remembered or not, we used a for loop that time. Dear student, Atul, are you remembering, ma? Atul, are you remembering? That day we used what? Looping statement. Looping statement we used. Range is there. It will design the range. But who will print that values? Loop will print the values. So, what I am telling here is, the purpose of looping statement is, performing certain operation. The purpose of looping statements, the purpose of looping statement is that to perform what? To perform some operation repeatedly for finite number of times until condition becomes what? False. to perform some operation repeatedly for finite number of times until condition becomes false. See the word repeatedly. How many times? Finite number of times until condition becomes false. Sir, what's the time of dealing with the looping statement? Compulsory, you must know three parts. Number one is what? Initialization part. Number two, conditional part. Number three is updation part. Compulsory, these things are. At the time of dealing with loops, we must ensure 3 points must take place. Otherwise, it will become uncontrolled part. Uncontrolled. So, what is the first part? Initialization part indicates from where you want to start. Condition part says that what? Until how many times we have to repeat? Until where we have to stop it? Up to how many times we have to repeat? Updation part indicates what? How much to increment or how much to decrement. That we need to take care. Now I am writing this. At the time of dealing with what statements? At the time of dealing with which statements? Looping statements. Looping statements. At the time of dealing with looping statements. At the time of dealing with looping statements, what we must do? At the time of dealing with what statements? Looping statement. The programmer must ensure that there must exist 3 points. There must exist 3 points. They are what is that? A, initialization part. First part is that. Second one is called what? Conditional part. That is, second one is called what? Conditional part that is called. And third one is called what? Updation part. Of course, updation part. Only first two are there, no use. Only first and third is there, no use. Only second and third is there, no use. So that is nothing but what? Increment or decrement. Increment slash decrement, I will go for it. Decrement, this is either increment or decrement. These are the operations you need to take care. And next I am going to write it in Python programming. How many types of operations are there? Let us leave that. Coming to that. How many looping statements are there? In Python programming, see students, in Python programming, we have two types of looping statements. Two types of looping statements. They are, just I will write, number one is while loop. Dear students, while loop, it is also another flavor is there, same only, but just some different flavor, that's it. Different flavor, same thing only with some extra keyword. That is called what? While else. Generally, else is executed when, which you have seen previously. Else will execute when condition is becoming fail, when condition is false, else part will execute. Like that here also, else part will execute when condition is false. Nothing else is special. And you don't try to ask what is the difference between while loop and while else loop. So there I will talk about syntactically, you will observe it. What is the difference? That only you will tell to me. Okay, now? So second one is called what? For loop. And we are going to say here, for else loop is also there. If an interview is asking, show the difference between both of them and show the execution behavior of both of them so that you can understand. So now I want to go for what exactly while loop is. What is an execution behavior of while loop? How they are internally executing. All those things I want to explain. So shall we start, dear students? While loop can I enter? Is this, first of all, this purpose is same, purpose is clear, and this loop is clear. How many parts are required is also clear for you. Now it is a time to go for what is the while and while else I want to go for it. So the first looping statement we are entering into the class. first looping statement we are entering into the class. Okay, so see that first time we are entering into that. Yeah, today some students are absent. Students are absent. So I think 80% of the students only turn up to the class. 20% maybe weekend special, what they're celebrating, I don't know. But today they are missing important session. So let them, because we cannot do anything. We told them very clearly in the last class only, but they did not. Let's start with the while loop. Yes, Ma Gandhi Jayanti, they're celebrating outside. Fine. So let us start with the while loop. What exactly this is? So instead of this while loop explanation here, as explained as it is explained in the while loop, the paint with a colorful diagram with a colorful explanation, I will give you. As usual, I will give you this type of explanation here itself. So it is better. I feel that explaining here is better. I feel it is better. So I'm going to take this type of explanation here. So let us start with the while loop or while else explanation here. Let's start the discussion. Very, very simple. Let's watch it. Yeah. So in this case, I'm going to say what exactly this while loop is, what exactly this while else is. Right? Syntax, as usual, same thing. Syntax, I will go for it. Let me write the syntax. How the syntax behavior is. How the syntax behavior is. Once we understand the syntax very well, I can give the further discussion here. Yes. Happy? Let us start the syntax. Look at. If previously we used a keyword called if. Previously we used a keyword called else. Previously we used a keyword called elif. Like that. Here also we are having the keyword called while. Two syntaxes I will write, ma. Syntax, of course, in the same place only I will write it. While is a keyword. While is a keyword. There I will write test condition. Test condition. Test condition. Indentation symbol as usual. Indentation symbol as usual. While condition. Test condition. Indentation symbol as usual. Indentation symbol as usual. Okay, right. Indentation symbol is as usual. Right. So once this is done, you know here, while loop is here, there I am writing what? Block of statements. Block of statements, as usual, is a block of statements. You will write a number of statements here. You will write statement 1, statement 2. Yes, ma. Before that itself, yes, you are expecting initialization. In the while loop, we are not going to do the initialization. Before the while loop only, we will write the initialization. That you will take care of it. That is, in the program, I will take care of it. So initialization of while loop is not a part of its syntax. It starts its syntax. If you want, we can write it. If you want, I can write it. Not an issue. So inside of it, what we will write it? Operation related logic, we will write it. Updation related logic also, we will write it. This indicates that block of statements. This indicates that block of statements. Here, this lines itself indicates that block of statements. Block of statements. Block of statements. And before that, you have some more statements are there. Before that, some statements are there. After that, some more statements are there. And before that, you want to go for any initialization, I can take it. So I'm mentioning with red line, it is nothing but some initialization part you can take care. Not an issue. You can take care of it. Not an issue. And then you are taking something like this here. What are you writing there? Other statements in the program. Other statements in the program. So here you are writing other statements in the program. Other statements in the program. Here I am writing other statements. Other statements in program. PROC. Other statements in program. Yes. So what is happening here? Other statements are written here. Other statements are written here. Other statements are written. This is called one syntax. Sir, what is the another syntax? Can you show another syntax? Yes, no problem. Look at that. Initialization is there before the while loop. In the flowchart, I will write if you want. One more syntax, I just want to write it. What are the another syntaxes are? I want to write or one more syntax I am writing. What is that another syntax? If you want, I can write that another syntax here. Same type of syntax, another way I will write it. And nothing else is difficult, my dear students. Same type of diagram will be there. Same type of concept will be coming. But extra what we are getting here, one type of else will come extra, that's it. And because of that else, don't think that something newly happening. Nothing will be there. So I am taking new syntax here. What is that new syntax, sir? While rather than other statements here, some extra kind of things is added. Other than that, nothing is there. Other than that, nothing is available. Just for a minute, you observe it. I will just take up. I'll just take up here. Just watch it. Here I am writing, as long as first understand here, I will just mention it. Else part also I will write it. Here I will write it else. I'm writing else. In the same part, else, and I will write it here parallel to this line, because once we know the syntaxes very well, other things are dead easy for you. This is called what? Else block of statements. I like this else block of statement because we always enjoy the syntax facilities of the languages. So I will write else block of statements. Right, students? Let us start the flow. How it is going to execute. Start the first syntax. First thing here, while is a keyword. Test condition will be evaluated first. If the test condition is true, execute the block of statements first time. After that, it will go to, after executing the block of statement, again it will go to the test condition. Previously, what is happening? It is used to go to other statements in the program. Second time, it is coming to the block of test condition once again, because while loop will take the control back. While keyword will take the PVM control back. Test condition second time is tested. Second time also true. Again execute the block of statements. Again the control, PVM control go back to the while loop again. Going to the back to the while loop. Again test condition, third time evaluated also true. Third time also block of statements will execute. Again fourth time it will go to the block of test condition. Fourth time it is false. Once it is false, it will come out of the control. PVM control comes out of that and execute the other statements in the program. So here, block of statements are executed 3 times. Fourth time it was false. It is coming out of the while loop and execute other statements in the program. That is the first syntax explanation. In the second syntax explanation, what? When the fourth time condition was false, it is coming to else block. Execute else block when the condition was false, and after else block, execute other statements in the program. Happily, other statements place, else place, you can write other statements, no problem at all. Since it is available, we used to take it. So by writing else, additionally, we are not getting any special feature is not there. Once a condition is false, it is coming out of the while loop, execute the else block of statements if it is present and execute it, and then go for other statements in the program. Don't expect that after else block is executed, don't expect it will go to the while loop again. No, because it came false. False means what? It is over. Execution of the while loop is over. Execute else block of statement. If it is present, then execute other statements in the program perfectly. This is called the execution part of the while loop. Dear students, is the diagram is clear? Is the diagram is clear or not? syntax only. Yes, I want to give you, this is called, what you know, dear students, this is comes under, what part it is? Diagram, syntax part, syntax part is explained. Now I want to go for a flow chart. Yes, ma, Dhananjay. Once again, I will explain. Okay, no problem. Let us start once again. Some of our students asking, come on, ma, Dhananjay. Syntax 2. First condition is evaluated while test condition. True. First time true. What is happening? Execute the block of statements. How many block of statements are there? Indentation, you know, na? That will execute. After executing the block of statement first time, it will go back to the condition once again back. Because while loop will make your PVM to bring back to the condition once again. Second time also condition will be tested and it is true. Tested and it is true. Once it is true, again execute the block of statements. Second time. After the second time block of statements executed, third time also came to the while loop. Because the while loop will take the PVM control to the test condition third time. Third time also true. Execute the block of statements third time also. Fourth time also going back to the condition, because while loop will take the PVM back to the condition. Fourth time it was a false. That time it will come out of the while loop, execute the else block of statements. You need not write else block also. Even if you write it, suppose I wrote else, execute else block of statements. After executing else block of statement, write what? Other statements in the program also. You can ask me a question, sir, can I write a else block of statement in other statements? Write it happily. That is what is our first syntax. Right? So, I hope, Dhananjay, am I clear, ma? Okay. Right, ma. Most welcome you are. Yeah. Now I will go for flowchart. I will write it. Flowchart. I will write it. Yes, ma. I am coming to the flowchart only. See, flowchart also I will write it. For flowchart is concerned, just for a minute, explanation related purpose, I'll just keep one small diagram for explanation purpose. So here I am writing the flowchart. Let me write the flowchart here. Flowchart I am going to write it. Yes, look at that flowchart I am writing, ma. Here I am taking entry. First, this is called entry. Okay, for heading purpose, I will take it. Entry, this is called entry. So in this entry place, what is happening? Entry. It is called what? Entry related thing. Entry. This is entry. What is happening there? I will take the condition. Okay. Before the condition, I will write, my dear students, compulsory. What is this now? Initialization part. Execute. Compulsory, this is called. Execute. First one, ma, I told already. Execute. Which part? Initialization part. I hope, which is 1 minute. The box is little very compact. I will take execute. What part? Initialization part. Execute initialization part. Initialization part. Yes. Execute initialization part. Yes, we got it. Yes, we are executing initialization part. Okay. Then after that, we are testing the test condition, ma. After initialization part is over, we are testing the condition. Next, we are going for condition. Yes, we are going for the condition. Yes, look at that condition I am taking. What is that condition here? What is that condition? Test condition here. Test condition, my dear students. Test condition. Once a test condition, what is that? Test condition. So what is the test condition here? True. Once a condition is true, what will happen, ma? What will happen here? Once it is true, can you tell me what is happening there? It is executing which statements? Execute block of statements. I am taking execute block of 1 minute. I'll take the box. So execute block of statements. Yes, I'll take execute block of statements. I'll take it little execute block of statements. Yeah, I say execute block of statements. Execute what statements? Block of statements. Block of statements related to your operation. Performing your operation related logic you will perform. Yes, after executing block of statements, immediately there only I can say execute updation, execute block of statements and updation part also. Instead of writing two things, if you want me to write it, I can just keep one separation there. If you want, I can keep one separation there. Execute what part also, updation part also will be done. Updation part also will be done. If you want separately, I will show you that. If you want, I will show you separately. Okay, not an issue. Separately, I will show you. Execute updation part. Okay, after that is over, execute updation part also. Yes, I will say execute updation part. I'll write execute updation part. Updation part. Yes, updation part. Okay, after executing updation part, what is happening? After executing updation part, what is happening? The control will go to back. Yes, the control will go back to the condition again. That is very, very important. The condition will go back to this where? The condition will go back to where? This place, updation part. So here you see carefully, here I am writing, here I am writing, here you see, carefully observe it, updation part. Yes, fine. So this is going to show updation part clearly, try to get it. Once this is updation part is going back, again test condition is tested. It is true as long as it is true. See the diagram itself, you execute the diagram. No person is required to explain this while loop. Just talk about the diagram, talk to your diagram. Diagram only will be the master for you. It is a teacher for you that will speak to you. So test this, execute, take your PVM control, go back to this while loop. Once it is false, what is happening, guys? Once it is false, what is happening? Tell me what is happening. Come on to the point. I'm writing here. Yes, please say execute. What is happening? False. I'll take little down. Execute. What operation? I'm waiting for your answer. False. This is called false. Yes. I'm waiting for your answer, please. False. What will happen? It will execute else block of statement. Combinedly, I'm taking execute else block of statements. Execute else block of statements. Execute else block of statements. Else block of statements. Else block of statements. Else block of statements. After executing else block of statements, what will happen? It will coming to where? It will come to where? Other block of statements. Next up, other statements in the program also I will write it. This is other statements. Writing else block of statements is optional, not mandatory to write it. I may write else block of statements. I may not write else block of statements. This is a diagrammatic representation. Execute other statements in the program. Execute other statements. Other statements in the program. Other statements in program. Other statements in program. Yes, perfect. This is called, and here I will write here, and point I will write optional. This is called what? Optional. I'll write one thing in the bracket, optional. Optional, I wrote it. Optional, I wrote it. Yes. Fine. This is called flowchart for what? Flowchart for, see this, flowchart for what? While loop. Flowchart for what? While loop. This is flowchart for while loop. So diagrammatic representation, the diagram itself will speak to you when you carefully observe it. The diagram itself will carefully watch it. The diagram itself will carefully watch it. That itself will speak to you. And it's more clearly visible to you. and it is initialization part, updation part, and everything is more clear. Is this diagram is clear, my dear students? Is this diagram is clear? Is the concept is clear? Fine. I will take it some explanation here. I'll take some explanation here. I'm taking explanation. I'll give the explanation here. Let's watch this explanation here. One small point. What is the small point here? Here, watch it. While, and next is what? Else, or the keywords, While and else are the keywords. Okay. Next is called what? Here, what is happening? If the test condition is true, if the test condition is what? True. If the condition is true, what will happen? Then PVM executes what? Block of statements. And once again, PVM test the condition. PVM evaluates the test condition. Once again, evaluates the test condition. Yes. And if it is true, again executes what? Block of statements. Again execute block of statements. Hence, I say, these points I say, next line I will write it, better I will write in the next line. I say block of statements. Fine. Once if you look at this carefully, block of statements, done. 1 minute, ma? Yes. Okay. Better, no problem. I think it is clear. If the test condition is true, then PVM executes block of statements. And once again, I will write the word called once again. Something is missing there. Once again, what is that? PVM evaluates the test condition. And if it is true, again executes the block of statements. Again, PVM executes what? PVM executes block of statements. So here I am saying, hence block of statements will execute. Block of statements will execute executes repeatedly for finite number of times. Repeatedly for how many times? Finite number of times. Repeatedly for finite number of times. Until test condition is false. Test condition is false. Okay. Hence, block of statements are executed repeatedly until test condition is false. Right here I am writing, once a test condition is false. See, once a test condition is false, do you know what is happening? PVM executes continuation. PVM executes else block of statements. And later executes Seema, that Vipin that is included, ma? That updation part I am not writing. In the block of statements only, that updation, everything will be continued. So all those things are mentioned in the diagram. Updation part, all those things will be there as a part of our syntax only. That you need not write. In the syntax only, we'll speak everything. So PVM executes the block of statements and later other statements also will execute. Other statements also executes. other statements also executes. Fine. And writing else block is optional. Last point I am writing. Writing the else block. Okay, writing the else block. Writing else block is optional. I may write it, I may not write it. That's it. Writing else block is optional. I may write it, I may not write it. I hope this syntax and explanation diagram is clear. Is my diagram and explanation is clear? Dear students, this is called while loop. And on this, we need to do some programming also. This programming, we will do it on Monday class. Because today is Saturday, you also enjoy for 20 minutes before I will leave. 20 minutes in the sense, 20 minutes before I used to leave you. So tomorrow you also enjoy the Gandhi Jayanti as well as weekend. So, right? So I'll stop it. And the next Monday class, we will do the programming on this area. Programming. Please read well. Concepts be perfect. Monday class, I will go for this programming I will do. And for loop also I will explain. Then assignments I will start giving to you so that you can start working on it. Right? Right? What is that, ma? Nitin, what about news details, sir? News details means? News means what, ma? What is news details here? Right, ma. Dhananjay, thank you, ma. Thank you. Yes, that program that is already, job guaranteed program is there. Job guaranteed program is there. For further details, contact in the office. For further details, contact in the office. So office people will give you the clarity on October 9th kind of written test for you. Right? Fine. Right. Amitabh, you can come to Hyderabad, ma. No problem. You can come to Hyderabad. Okay? Right. So happy weekend, ma. Thank you. Good day. All the best. Monday class, we will miss it. Don't miss the classes.